Okay, I'm back. So my stream doesn't go down anytime soon or something, right? Oh, that screen flicker was a little monka shake, but I think we're good. Maybe it was too hot, because I went to go turn down my AC a little. I feel a little warmer today than usual. I don't know. Well, let's keep going. I think I talked to everybody already. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, Ahaiwan, what's going on? The blasphemy unmasked. Ahaiwan's burden is heavy indeed, yet he need not bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations, and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. True. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alize and I will see to Pox's path. Tancred and Yastola, pray make for Dharma. I leave Artha to Graha and you, Leon. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. Okay. When we've completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduta. That way we might share what we learned with the satrap. That would be awesome. Let's go, buddy. Artha is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Oof. We're actually already closer, just... Oh, actually no, that's a little closer. Barely. The pretty view is gone. Never to return, probably. You can say. I'm guessing we still can't use this, right? No. Ah, I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Do you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balsan Bazaar. In the next instant, the monstrous beast poked its head up from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the Fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. Though the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets, this knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. The bazaar, then. The textile stalls. So this is Thavnaran weave. I must say, it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I'm much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days I've felt more acutely aware of my heritage. I am grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvos again, if only once. Yeah, that would be nice, actually. Milady? Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better look asking there. Is something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was a fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone, as quickly as it came. God damn, dude. Well, actually, hold on. Forgot to ask. Fortunate was I to be inside my shop at the time. The owner of the stall across from me was hawking his wares on the street. Suffice it to say, he wasn't so lucky. The luck of the draw, right? It could just as easily be any of us, at any time. Sisters have mercy, what is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger has passed. At least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? But first I heard the screams. Then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a married, throwing people about like ragdolls. And it was eating them. I hid, under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The Higher Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that it's the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. What nightmare is this? When will it end? What's up? Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mahane, or Mayhen, can surely tell us more. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to talk to her for a follow-up. Okay. But my shop's closed, but we have more pressing needs to stay anyway, yeah. Careful here. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it. Including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Or for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slobbering beast. Massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, then the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Sawmill Hill, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. By the time it was done, every last man at their table had turned into some hideous thing. The rest of us were lucky to escape with our lives. Does this shit spread on contact or something? As it seemed that way in the dungeon. Shit, I was gonna comment something. Oh yeah, I think I said it during the dungeon. That second boss looked familiar to me. It reminded me of the thing with the mouth, you know, with all the mouths or whatever. I don't know if we've seen it in a previous Final Fantasy game, but I know I've seen it in a different video game as well, somewhere. But it kind of reminded me of this kind of a somewhat niche reference depending on what kind of circles you're in. But like, for some reason it reminded me of a little bit of those monsters that appear near the end of Fate Grand Order. The initial game, of course. They're like all black and they kind of... I think they skittered or scuttled like spider-type creatures, but they had big giant mouths that were similar to that. It was in the second to last chapter of that game. I basically watched all the cutscenes for that game, but I didn't want to bother actually playing it, but that's how I know. But the place I'm talking about, they actually made an anime you can watch of it too, so you don't even have to play the game to see what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, pardon me. I was just... Anyway, take a seat wherever you like. We're open for business as per usual. He's very shook. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiants have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Mary poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, I recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Merid, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant Host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn. I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Now we're starting to get down to the sequence of events. Even if you're not here to drink, why not stick around and make the place look less empty? I only ask that you mind the carpet. There may be a few bloodstains concealed beneath. Damn. Lilio? Oh, hello there. Welcome to Merit Main. What can we get you? We have come not for libations. Ugh! Getting tongue twisted here. We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You're a Melio, yes? Too much reading. We're... so I get tongue-tied. We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the Satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Halzal was his name. Oh shit. Him? He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thavnaran specialties. Yeah, it's through him we met Matsuya. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnar? If I recall correctly, Halzal ran a trading operation in Yetlamon, and it was there that you made Matsuya's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere could not have been good for business. And here's another commenter. It says people who are depressed that are turning first, aren't they? Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Caldwell was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. I remember. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Caldwell's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Caldwell in particular? Please. Anything at all? Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Caldwell lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? People caught up in despair seem to be the ones turning first. If at all. People falling on hard times. Thanks to Malil, it appears we have a new lead. Let us leave no stone unturned. Right. Amidst the apocalypse. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gathered, Kalzal lives there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Right. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. Wait, anything else? Forgive me. I know nothing of this blasphemy, nor what caused those poor men to take on such hideous forms. That said, I could tell that Kalzal cared deeply for his colleagues and clients. He did not seem the sort to willingly damage the trust they placed in him. Excuse me. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Yeah. Shit, I forgot to check when I got back. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was around... Yeah. Where's the time jump? Okay, 3:47. Oh, 4:07, so it's been exactly 20 minutes. Okay. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavner. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers, while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinabaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinabaha at Ruveda Fibers. Let's make a point to visit him after we've spoken with the locals. Okay? Anything else? I must have been working myself too hard. I only intended to take a short nap, but when I woke up, it was already sunset. Come to think of it, hasn't the sky been red rather longer than usual? He really has no idea. Halval, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, but with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then, at night, I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low. A man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with his consortium, he was the same old Kalzal. Cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my doctor told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Yes, I shall do just that. Thank you for your concern, and pray stay safe as well. Actually, hold on. If I am not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. Yeah. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amroth. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? By farming silkworms. This must be Rebeta fibers, where we should find Dinabaha. And hurry, I say! There's no time to waste! Excuse me. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. This area is for employees only. Out! Out! Easy, lady. I'm here to help. What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Minduruva. Fine stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to... what is it? Nabrifal, by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manuha. And that massive crate there goes to Zemira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Limited time to complete the task. Shit! We gotta go! Here you go. Red, is it? Then you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Anything else? The silk from the silkworms are both a wondrous tool and an incredible product in and of itself. To say it is precious cargo would be a gross understatement. This we cannot be too careful when handling. Us! Can't be too careful. There we go. Ordinary crate. There you go. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. The doors of our storehouses were built to last, so I very much doubt even those fiends would be able to bring them down. Wouldn't have to. Oh shit. Load bearing, transporting. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? Good thing that never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. The tower is now raised. It's time we plan for the road ahead. Doubtless our silks and textiles will become a cornerstone of any future economic prosperity we may see. Thus, we must continue to safeguard them as best we are able. Alright. Kamala? You've carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say? So quickly, too! I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest. So please return to Jinabaha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself, you may hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Me too. Pack it all up, and quickly now. We've not let any of our precious fabrics be trampled on and torn by those beasts. We used to be your neighbors. My fucking neighbors. Done as I asked, have you? Mm-hmm. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then they also transformed. He too transformed. Dude, this music, holy shit. Very unsettling. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask. Indeed. You knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kalzal? I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. I tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. Okay, Graha's starting to put it together. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. Yeah. Sorry, a random thought came to mind that distracted me a little bit. It's related to this, but... It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it. All undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Caldwell. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? It's Akashi. The energy they don't know anything about. Last time we were here, they talked about it, yeah. It's the thing the flower picks up on. It's not ether. It's not any kind of ether, it's just its own thing. Akashi. That's what they called it. I could be saying it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what, what's her name called it when we brought out the flower and talked about it last time we were here in Ratapan. Emotions. Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. It's the one thing no one's studied that much. Everyone's just been studying ether and corporeal and non-corporeal ether and all that stuff, but no one studied the energy of emotions. That's why Heidelin gave us this flower, then. She knows it has something to do with emotions, why wouldn't she? Ambient emotions, too. Can the despair in a man's own heart consign him to such a terrible fate? With Zodiac gone now, apparently, yeah. Beyond the depths of despair. We were to convene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed. I thank you for your concern and pray you to take care as well. finished your rounds and ready to share? Yeah.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen, but there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, actually. Well, more like...
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me.
Yeah, I was kind of getting at that, actually, yeah.
We have it on good authority that Karzal's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Checking my phone because I heard some noises outside, so I had to double check with people.
Look! It's the Sartre!
I was like, damn it, not now, during the cutscene, you know?
The Sartre!
But yeah. That's why I was checking my phone. I was like, dude, what the hell's going on outside?
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last.
Okay, see, that's why I was checking my phone. So I heard someone banging on my door. Apparently some of my family members got locked out, so I gotta let them in. I'll be right back. In the middle of a cutscene, too. Damn. Alright, all good now. Let's get back into it. But yeah, what I was saying earlier was just, you know, I said, how are we gonna fare? Because we're sundered. We're not like our ancestors, so things are gonna be different, you know? And so I guess they're kind of starting to explore that now. What do you say? Well, the danger is not yet past, far from it. Allow me to assure you that the beasts that rage within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Okay.
Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
If you panic, we're fucked.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
It's our boy!
I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
It's about to go bad.
Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him? The fangs! The screams!
Get away from her, now!
We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can! No!
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
My son.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes, you will survive. You must. Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right!
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
That was horrific. I don't... Seeing that person transform like that and then get squished underfoot by the other one, that was horrifying. I couldn't believe it. That was overwhelmed by emotion there for a while. Damn it all. Staying calm isn't exactly my forte. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best too. We meet again. You do remember me, yes? You saved my skin twice over in Yedleman, and now I find myself turning to you for help once more. But let us tarry here no longer. Right. Of course, we're in completely unknown territory. Great. We must save Palakistan, whatever it takes. Matya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palakistan is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Leon, I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beast you encounter. Alize and I will keep Matya hidden amidst the trees and follow when the path is clear. Leave it to me. There is no telling what danger awaits us. Dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, this thing. Reminds me of a monster from a different media I've seen somewhere. The naming is... I mean, it sounds like somebody who's questioning their own existence, right? What is right, what is left? And yet it's also directions. Incredibly fitting. Oops, I meant... There we go. You know, I really thought I'd seen the worst of it when I saw Tesleen transform into a Sin Eater. I didn't think they were just gonna double down on that shit and make it even worse, but they did. There you are. What was that? Lightning or something? Shit, it was up there, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So I could have gotten that one before. I thought it was on this side. Damn it. Can I even leave through here? Doesn't look like I can. Alright, best thing I can do is go back for it after I tune to the ether right over here. There's another one this way. Over here? Oh no, it's probably... Probably on top of this thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have to find a way to get on it. Yeah, it's on top of the thing. I'll have to figure that out later, probably. I don't think there's a way up there right now. Damn, this place is huge. Ah, there it is. Thank God. I was like, I don't see a way up, and I don't see it up there. It's right here. Shit, there was one over there that I missed too. Damn! I missed at least two back on that side of it. That one again. What's happened to them? Someone left. Good work, Leon. Though I worry for Matsuya. There's one guy left. It cannot be. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beast, but stay on your guard. Why, the horror? There, you'll be fine. The pain will soon pass. When I last came here to sell my fish, everyone was so bright and cheerful. This is a nightmare. The horror. I pray that the sisters will see us through this calamity. Villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Nothing you can do for them. The cooling body has already begun to stiffen. The massive wound suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. Been dead for some time. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No. Leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Poor soul is beyond saving. Have you come to help us? Yeah. Too late. Too late. My family, my friends. I am fine, thank you. Please, save the others. His wounds are deep, but he may yet be saved. Go and help the others. These the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others manage to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts, why is it 12? Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Alright, I gotta go back to those ether currents as quickly as I can. I know there's one right there, and there's another one in this vicinity somewhere. All done. that we might live. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsuya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Right. Oh, Leon! Leon! This is Yerbit, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters, he still lives. God, that gets me by surprise. The fucking lightning flash. Young Matsuya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. Excuse me. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village. Excuse me, a flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matsuya, you perchance remember Kereseth and Mevan? The young couple who always bought your freshest catches. How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way. But Kereseth and Mevan bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Of course, dude. You didn't have to ask. Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. What's up? The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please! Stay back! Okay, they turned into a monster, yeah. That was Kereseth. Oh no, this is not good! I'll take a look, you wait here. Yes, I understand. The cray came from the ruins. You must hurry! I'm going. This is... Shit! That is horrifying. This is what you were talking about, Crimson, right? Jesus Christ. I can't believe I didn't notice that during the dungeon. Yeah. The fucking elephant head with spider legs. That is horrific. That's akin to how I pictured. Oh my god, there was another player here. I didn't even notice. It's akin to how I picture the so-called spider heads or head spiders from that movie called The Thing, which is why I refuse to watch it because I can only imagine what that looks like. That alone, when somebody was talking about it, was like, I think I'm gonna pass on this movie. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. You make it. I'm sorry, Liam. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No. It cannot be. Is someone... anyone... My arms... so heavy. My legs... I cannot feel my legs. My wife... fled with our daughter. I need to find them. I need to be with them. I need... Oh, shit. Karasif! No, Karasif, you must stay strong! More time. I thought I had. I don't want to die. Thank you. Please, find them. Megan still lives, and she has that child. We must search the jungle between here and Palaka Stand. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Forgive me, Karasif. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. But he just cried out in pain. I thought he transformed. I was like, shit, dude. You see no tracks or the signs of recent travel. Mevin and the child must be elsewhere. Mevan and her daughter came through this area recently. You see no evidence of their passage. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. I haven't found anything either. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. Oh gods above, I beseech you. Pray deliver Mevan and her little one to safety. Meanwhile, in the skies above Savnir, Justinian?
No more enemies to trouble us here.
It's me. How fare you below?
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear. No different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so.
Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals, yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Raz-at-Han hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra! It's all or nothing!
There's a trailer moment. When all hope seems lost. Trevon fled deeper into the jungle. She and her child are in grave danger. But whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy! First of all, yeah, you gotta stay calm, dude. Chill the hell out. What? How can I at a time like this? They could be dead! So, if I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast? I'm not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? No. Shit. I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alize and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsuya speak with Elder Yerobit? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you're able. Yeah. We will save Mevin and her child. We can do that much for Karaseth. Damn it. Yeah. It will not be easy, but I will tell the Elder about Karaseth. I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karaseth, but he didn't make it. Say no more, I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karaseth may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevon and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe, and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. Karaseth and Mevon married only 3 summers ago, the day their daughter was born. I've never seen them so happy. They did not deserve this. None of these people did. Where might Mevon have gone off to? Think, Matsuya, think! We encountered no beasts during our patrol, thankfully. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow Tiroda's house, we will arrive at Purusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mevon sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. Then it's settled. Matsuya, stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Purusa as quickly as we are able. With me. Thank you. I thought I was done for. Yvonne? She's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child, gods. Worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Leon, wait! Borussia lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come and many have already been killed. Alfino and Alize have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I can count. You must be ready. Like I caught up to this person. There we go. Risky. But I took it. There you are. How far are the others? I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight? In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But Where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends! This is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevon, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand, so I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Dude, that was loud as shit.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn. Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
We must go after them at once. What? Was that Mervyn? I hope not. Warm hearts, rekindled hopes. Over there! My view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Leon, go with Matsia and search along the river. Alfino and I will circle around from the south. We've reached the font of Maya. Maybe they're hiding in the ruins?
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Mervyn!
Too far away.
Please!
No! God have mercy!
I thought he was gonna cross your fucking head. Mervyn's lifeless body close before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. And take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. Went the wrong way. No, no, no. What do we do? What do we do? So? Where are they? Did you find Mevin and the child? Mevin didn't make it. At all. You have the child? Let me see her.
She's so cold, Elfino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet... she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Keep getting worse.
Steady. You know the way. No. No! Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid!
To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony. The divinity?
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
I'm just trying to compose myself still. I have a feeling he'll be fine.
Really? How can you be so sure?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
That's how.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
Of course. I'm just trying to get my shit together. Go. I will keep watch until your work is done. We've done what we can. It's for the villagers Palaka stand to perform the funeral rites. Yeah. If nothing else, Mervyn and Karaseth died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. May their souls be reunited one day. For that and so many other blessed possibilities, we must avert the final days. Right. Simple pleasures. You ready then? Alright. In that case, let's head to Palaka's stand. No doubt Vitra is waiting us. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory, as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Rasef and Mevin's babe is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. The least we could do. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsuya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that the mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vitra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahewan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the satrap all along? Nidhana? What are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakistan in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great War came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevin's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Explains why he's not around anymore and he has two eyes again. Yeah. Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum? A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family, in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using this simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Ahewan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It's an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. It's thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashion the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Ratatan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra. But the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people, in this their darkest hour. Of team, this place is in good hands. I will return to see how Rajatan fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Curious, isn't it? The burning sky is so ominous, yet the crackling flames here are somehow calming. What a lovely aroma. I wonder what sort of spices those are. Vitra chose to reveal his identity to the villagers of Halaka Stan before all others. A wise choice considering the warm reception. He even seemed a little relieved. It remains to be seen how the people of Rajathan will take the news, but if this was any indication, he need not worry. Oh, Leon! Running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vitra and Estinian not arrived when they did... No. I must focus on the good. Evan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that is all that matters. We were so close to saving them both. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavner? Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if we can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is the simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Madonna. By all means, allow us to assist. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you're finished, look for me at the wakeful Tirana. I would be most obliged if you could deliver a few cups of chai to the villagers. I am certain it will do much to soothe their aching bodies and heavy hearts. Oh, Leon! Running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Oh, we read this before. Had Master Vita and Estinian not arrived when they did, well, yeah. Would have been... I'd rather not think about it. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? A mug of piping hot chai brewed from aromatic tea leaves, flavored with Nidana's secret blend of herbs and spices, then mixed with rich milk. Cup of chai? Can't you say I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Ah, how the warmth of the chai spreads through all my limbs. I can't remember the last time I breathed so easily. Hmm? Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razatan hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to run. To turn. Excuse me. Here. Cup of chai. Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. But that is all any of us can do. Yes. Back to work. Once I finish this cup. Thank you. First order of business is securing food and shelter. We also must contact our friends in the city and see how they fare. Ha! No rest for the weary. Sadly, no. Oh, my eyes are all dried up and puffy now. Jesus. Tried too hard. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. Hmm? This is for me? Ah. We used to drink chai together often. Shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory and for we who must remember. Many thanks for the chai. It helps me to remember him as he was, cup in hand and a smile on his lips. Right. I like how side quests became available after that last objective. I didn't even wait for me to turn in the quest first. This will help though, because it'll give us the last ether current. Thank you for delivering the chai, Leon. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? Yeah, it did. This is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Well said. Very well said. Chai to Wumu, a herbal drink with impressive medicinal properties, sometimes called mountain tea. Well, I guess we'll get the last ether current from side quest then. Probably those two blue ones right there. Yeah. Hardship is an inescapable part of life, we believe, and so our traditions teach us how we might overcome these trials. Perhaps this is why we are quick to adapt to new situations. Under his wing. Warm fire. Well, I'm afraid I have to go for now, but at least I didn't have to leave on a incredibly somber or terrible note, right? I'll be back a little bit later to do some more, for sure. This was I have a lot on my mind, sorry. Got a little lost in thought there. This was a lot, though. But I'll have a chance to clear my mind with some stuff I have to do before I come back, so. And when I get back, I'll get started on these side quests, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah. Oof, it's getting dark too. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really sure what to say. Well, yeah, we'll just go from here, sorry. I'm feeling awkward now, I can't find the words that I want to say. Thank you guys for watching. Crimson, Deathwing Ducks, thank you for coming by, to, you know, accompany me as I record these videos, and, to everyone else watching in the future, as always, I appreciate the support on both platforms, Twitch and YouTube. And, yeah, please stay safe out there. Take care of each other. And look after yourselves. Yeah, the usual thing. Okay, yeah, that's what I usually say, yeah. It's hard to even get that out. So yeah, until I see you guys again, you know, as always, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. This is getting really intense. It's starting to, wear me down a little. In the best of ways, though. I love that it's actually able to bring out these emotions in me. It's just... This is a really good game. The story is just... I haven't played a game or watched a movie or experienced any kind of media that's made me feel this much emotion in a very long time. It's a lot. It's a little overwhelming. It's been a long time since I've played such a good game and experienced something like this, so... It keeps blindsiding me, so sometimes I just end up, like, not even knowing what the hell to say. But, yeah. I've said my usual farewells, I feel like there's more I want to say, but I don't know what... Nothing comes to mind. I don't know. I gotta get my shit together, is basically what's up, so... Yeah, I'll be back later. So until then, take care, like I said. Yeah, take care, everyone. See you when I get back. That face is me right now. Above the L on the logo. Maybe it is just a coincidence that I'm seeing things where there aren't any, right? Maybe. I don't know.